Welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Soul, Mind, and Business podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Heather. And together we are working to connect women in leadership and business, empowering each other, connecting and improving the health and wellness of our community, body, soul, and mind.
And today we have a very special guest who has invited us to her beautiful backyard for today's podcast. The incredible and lovely, beautiful, amazing friend, Deana Haslock with Craft and Craft.
Thank you. Hi, happy to be here. Welcome. It's just such a nice day. Too nice to be indoors.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, I have been wanting to record more outside, at the house, at the studio, different locations, because not only is it super fun, but it's, I don't know, it's more lively. There's just more life to it. There's more joy to it.
We get to put our feet on the ground out here and be grounded while we have this conversation and talk about what we're doing in business these days. You are like jumping and leaping. What is happening? Things are going on.
Things are growing. I have 5 locations now that we're doing. I know 5.
I didn't count.
A month. And so different times a month. So pretty much any week you can find a craft going on between Lake Stevens, Everett, Marysville area right now. And then private parties have gotten pretty big, which is great because it only takes 5 people to do the private party, but now I'm doing them up to 50. So that's a lot of fun.
5 to 50 people
5 to 50
in a private party.
Yep.
Woo!
And of course, 50 I bring help. I can't do 50 alone.
Excellent.
But those are a lot of fun because then they get to choose the craft that they want to do. So you can customize it to whatever event you're having, if it's a wedding or a bridal shower or a bachelorette party or a work team building event.
Oh my goodness. Or just a summer relax in the garden, but we don't know how to talk to each other anymore event.
That's right.
What?
That's right. I'll get you talking. Talking.
Right?
Like, no worries about that.
So what kind of things are you doing?
Well,
I know you brought some show and tell. So
I did bring a couple show and tell. This is the class we just finished doing. This was a no soliciting welcome sign that you could come to class. And
so it's about a foot by foot.
Yeah.
It's rectangular 2-plywood board. It's beautiful. And so it's already ready when you come to class like this,
it's all
right?
pre-cut and sanded and looks plain. Okay. So then you're going to pick your own stain. I went with, a natural type stain, but you can do blues or reds or greens or black is one of my favorite ones to use actually, because it makes the colors really pop. And then you get a stencil, and the stencil allows you to go through, add the colors and stay within the lines without having to stay inside the lines.
So that's how we get the pretty writing on the wood without like actually having to have pretty handwriting.
And the outlines for all the plants.
Ooh.
So then once you pull the stencil off, you've now got the outline and you can just kind of color it in.
So I like to color.
Coloring is fun. Coloring is fun. So, and there was a lot of fun different options that you could choose from. And then we have a couple upcoming classes. Oh, they should be fun. Well, this is the treasure box. It's a keepsake treasure box. And it has everything
things on the corner.
Yeah, the little details.
Little details. Very plain right now.
And the handles are really pretty, like a little brassy.
Yeah.
Like metal like. I don't know what material it is, but it's not
metal.
It's not plastic. It's not plastic.
And right now this is just a raw box. But the different things you can do with it.
It's a treasure box. Like
you can use it as a keepsake box. So it's an all ages class. So kids can come, and I've got a couple of kids stencils that they can choose to do on the top here. Or I'm doing hand painted flowers that you can learn to do in class, or you can custom decorate it any way you want. And then we're also
there's no wrong way.
There's no wrong way. And there's adult stencils too that do everything. There's one that says everything I never want to forget. You can do a monogram of an initial there. You can do a custom design also.
I like that.
And then we're going to do the insides of the boxes, and there'll be a plethora of items to choose from music sheets to newspaper to felt to painting the inside of the box different ways. And we're going to have a bunch of different things to do, and it's all spread out on a table. So you get to walk in and just be inspired as you're there on whatever it is you're going to do.
You don't have to
bring
bring anything from home.
You don't. And if you want to maybe make a picture, a certain particular special picture, you can bring that too, and we can make that part of your box.
Ooh.
So that every box turns out custom and special. And some people keep them, or some people make them as gifts for other people. So it's intended for, people.
I really like, sorry, I'm cutting you off.
I was going to say that's one of my favorite things about these crafts and these craft classes is you don't have to be an artist and you don't have to be a crafter to make these things, but then to be able to give them as gifts to your loved ones, to the people that you care about, it has that extra heartfelt kind of thing to it.
It does.
You made it
and they're going to cherish it forever, and you're making it thinking of them. So I've got one gal that comes to class. She's almost done with her Christmas shopping. She comes to almost all of my classes, and she's just everything. I'm like, well, who's this for? And she'll be like, oh, this is for my dad, or oh, this is for so and so, and it's all intended for someone. Every single thing she makes. Sometimes she keeps it, but but it's just so nice. And they're useful items. Like we've got the vertical chessboard class that's coming up.
I'm really excited about that. That's really cool. I think I need one of those at my house.
And if you guys don't know what a vertical chessboard is, check it out. I have it on my website, craftandcraft.com. So there'll be links, I'm sure.
Yes, always.
As always, right? But that one's coming up. It's a lot of fun. And you guys got to play with it today. And
we did. It is so cool. I did sneak a couple pictures too. Because I was like, this is rad.
It's neat. And you get to choose your own colors, and you're going to paint everything. All the pieces are laid out in front of you, and we're going to put it together right there.
That's cool.
So my favorite part about this vertical chessboard is not only are the pieces magnetic, but it hangs on the wall and you can play over a course of days, weeks, even however long your game takes.
Without taking up table space.
No. And, so if you
work different shifts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My husband, who works swing shift, can interact with the kids by playing chess with them in the hallway, even though they don't actually see each other all that much during the week. So that's really cool.
It's an interesting way to create community in your own home, right?
It's really a lot of fun, and you made it. So it's an art piece in your home too, right? So and that one's also an all ages class, so you could bring your kids and you could all make this little thing together. So, and the fun thing about my classes is they're not priced on how many people you brought, they're priced on how many items are you making. So you can come look at a project and go, oh, that looks like that'd be a lot for just me. Maybe me and my best friend can make this together, or I'll come with my daughter or my husband. And
so you could have 3 or 4 of you working on one project, and it's just the price.
And signing up, you just let me know that that's what you want to do. And sometimes they'll sign up for 2 projects and have 4 people sitting there working on these 2 projects. Because, I had a lady come to my last project that she was with her mom, and her mom can't do the whole project alone. Like, that's a lot for her to try to get done in 2 hours, So she came, and her mom worked on it together. And now it's even more special because now she made this really fun yard dice game that every time she plays it, she knows she made it with her mom. That's awesome. So it's a lot of fun to watch it
with your kids and then your grandkids, and it's now generationally connecting.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Things I never thought about when I'm like, I'm gonna make a yard dice class. I never thought it'd be like, oh, touching.
Right. Right.
So, and her mom had a great time just sitting here and hanging out and getting to know the other little crafters, because everybody's just chit-chatting, and you're like-minded people. You came together to make something that you both found interesting. So in some way, there's something in common that you have with anybody in that room.
We can talk just about the craft. Like, you don't have to really share anything personal. Like, it gives you an opportunity to practice socializing without actually being extra vulnerable.
Exactly. Exactly. And you get to be inspired by what other people are doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in the yard dice class, we had brown dice, we had Seahawks dice, we had rainbow dice, we had black dice with colors on it. We had, dice with stars on them, because there was all these options where they could choose to add and embellish their dice.
Cowboys, right?
Of course, the Cowboys. Of course, the Cowboys stars was out there.
Gotta have the Cowboys stars, right?
I know, all over. We've got football stuff coming up. That's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, we've got Halloween right around the corner. That's my
who doesn't want to have like the only version of a Seahawks thing?
That's right.
Like, that's like, I always like am looking for something that's unusual for my Seahawks fans, right? On my gift list, like something that's unique,
something a little different.
That's a little different that everybody's not going to get them.
And the great thing is when you're coming to class, you don't have to be a Seahawks fan, because a lot of them you're going to see these paint and sips where you can paint the Seahawks skyline. And I'm like, well, that's pretty, but it's not what I want at my house.
Right.
So all of my stuff is customized where you can go, I actually am a Kansas City fan, or I'm a Cowboys fan, or I like the Raiders. It could happen.
I don't like
I just
football
like
at
the
all.
skyline.
I know. And you could do anything. And so, there's always other options. You don't have to like football. You can turn it into Huskies. You could turn it into the local high school, because
that would be cool.
it's all customizable
and even
to whatever
if you didn't
want.
like it, you
That's
could
cool.
do it as a gift for someone at the local high school.
That's right.
Ooh, that's cool too, right? Like
That's
we're
right.
always looking for creative teacher gifts.
Which makes it fun for team building, because anything that you can dream, we can do. This next one I want to show you guys. I was actually asked
Charlie
for.
is going to have to help you
This
lift
is going to
it.
be a help.
And you guys are going to set it right up here.
Ready?
It's actually not that heavy.
It's not that heavy, but it's quite sturdy.
Heather is going
Can
to
you
peek
see
through the
here?
middle.
So
this is awesome.
my ladies asked, they said, we want an entryway bench. One lady said, I want it to go behind my door. And one lady said, well, I want it to go on my front porch. So this has previously been fire torch, so you can see the torch lines on it.
Oh, that's
and it's
how
really
it looks
pretty.
so pretty.
Yep. And this is unfinished. So you're going to get it. You're going to stain it. The top, you can stencil different things on the top, or you can choose to do fun patterns or nothing.
And
Leave
it's
it
really
completely raw.
beautifully constructed too.
It's solid.
And it's
quite
only
solid.
It's only 14 inches deep.
11 inches
Or
deep.
11 inches
Yep.
deep.
And
So-
then 2 feet across. So
Okay.
it fits behind a door. Fits on a porch.
And you can
Those small
sit on
wall,
it
weird, awkward places.
Yep.
to put your shoes on.
Yep.
You can store shoes in it.
Books.
Books in it. Oh, that'd be cute in a kid's room.
In a kid's
too.
room. Yep. I
Other-
have a girl
other
that's going to make it
uses
a
now.
timeout bench for her kids.
Oh,
And so
Right.
she wants to put books on it so that they can sit and read books. You're in timeout, you can read. You're in timeout, don't move. So that's going to be cute.
Oh,
I have a
that's
lady
cute.
that hers is going to say, sometimes I wet my plants
and put her plants on it.
Yeah.
Use it as a plant bench.
as a
I love
plant
it.
bench. Isn't that cute? Because you can do custom design. So every
Yeah.
one of my crafts has the option to make it custom.
Very
That's
So let's see if we can lift
awesome.
this bad boy off of here.
Oh, you did it.
Oh, we did it.
And
I was surprised.
And
by
now
the
I'm going
weight
to use
of
it as a
when I
table
picked
for my
it up.
coffee.
Right, right, or outdoor
It's
coffee.
perfect. You guys
bench,
can't
like-
see this, but it's just the right height.
Yeah, it's
It
like
really is.
yeah.
like like a back porch side table kind of
Mhm.
thing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
handy.
multiple
Yep.
uses, options. I like that you can, make it kids room themed, or you can make it for plants.
You can make it
or
for anything.
your entry room. Like you could really like make it match your nice furniture and your
Mhm.
entryway, and make it really sleek
We've
and
got
elegant
cherry
or
stains.
funny.
You could make it blackwood. You could make it rainbow. You can do anything
Yeah.
depending on what it is you're wanting to accomplish with the bench at the end.
I
So-
think in little kids, like if it was all rainbow and bright color, be like,
Yeah.
go put your shoes in the rainbow place.
In the
Like,
rainbow place.
like
Uh-huh.
right, like
That's
like
right.
it like creates
That's right.
like a fun way to like remind them to go put their shoes away, like because
Put
if
your
then
shoes
we're
on the
creating
rainbow
those
bench.
habits, right?
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. I mean, that is really my favorite thing about the classes. I mean, I love coming up with the ideas. That's a lot of fun. But even more than that, I love seeing what people do with it. So I had
Mhm.
this great idea. I made mine red and black. It was so pretty. Everybody was like, ooh, I want to make one. But no one in class will make a red and black one.
Right.
They all make it their own color. It is just so much fun to watch.
How cool.
And they do the neatest things. Like I have a lady that comes that she's so good with watercolors. So you should see what she can do with stain colors. Like I did give her stain and colors and she's like, I was like, that's so
Magic.
pretty. Yeah,
it's
it's
magic.
magic. I was like, look at that. So it's just so neat to see the different talents that other people bring. And I am potentially starting to work with a nursing home to do some work with the elderly. And I'm so excited about that because there's so much talent there that is just sitting there and they just love to do art, and I'm just like, I can't wait to see what they can teach me.
Right.
Like it's going to be fun to go in there with the
Ah.
project for them, but I can't wait
That's
to see what they
how
teach
I
me.
learned to crochet. Was sitting with a sweetheart old lady,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
I've always leveled up any of the crafts that I like to do, yarning over.
Oh,
the
and you do those cute
years.
little
My sock monsters.
sock
I
monsters.
freaking love those.
I love those
They're
sock
cute
monsters too.
you said when you go to the senior center to teach them these crafts, you can't wait to see what they teach you in return.
Yes, it's the neatest experience ever. It's something I never thought I was going to get out of
What an
this.
amazing reward.
It really is. It really is. And it's with everybody. I mean, like, I had an artist who I see her art hanging on the wall selling for over $1,000. And I'm like, she came into my class and I was like, this is a craft class, right? This is crafting. Okay. And she's like, no, that's cool. I'm just looking for something really laid back. And I was like, oh, well, I got that for you. I got laid back. So
laid back.
yeah, it's kind of funny. And I have some ladies that go, hey, you should really start working on canvas. And I have other ladies go, I would never come to your canvas class because I just can't do that. And I'm like, sure you can. But they feel comfort in the stencil, which is great. I feel comfort with the stencil. I love it. I think it's fun. So just gives so many options and the ability to make it, since I'm making all the stencils, like it just opens the
really
world.
Create anything for anybody.
Anything.
Your kitchen wall is like proof of that.
Oh, thanks.
Right?
The kitchen wall is fun.
Exactly proof of that.
Yeah, those actually, I made the wall as just a project, something fun. COVID had us all doing some crazy things, right?
So, you were just trying to create joy in your house.
Yeah, exactly. And now I've made them as towels. They are as like kitchen hot pads, anything. I'm doing all kinds of stuff with just the stuff I made for my kitchen wall, just something I made for fun. So we're going to be at the Jingle Mingle at Tulalip this year.
Ooh.
And I jumped in because we were at the Spring Fling, which was, everyone was like, oh, this was small. And I was like, small? There were so many people that went through here, over 1,000 people. I thought it was big for me. So I was like, oh, there's a bigger one. What did you say?
And now you got the itch.
I know. And then, they came up and they were like, hey, if you get 2 booths, you're guaranteed a corner booth. And I was like, what did you say? So now I jumped all in. I went with a corner booth with electricity because I'm going to be pressing towels and hot pads right there on site. So
custom
they're going to be able to,
and hot pads.
Yeah, you pick your color, you pick your design, and yeah, I'm so excited and nervous.
So everybody needs to put that on their Christmas shopping.
Shopping. Yeah, it's at Tulalip Casino in the Orca Room. So it'll be fun. I'll have advertising going out for it soon, but it's going to be a big booth. You will not be able to miss it.
And you'll all have your matching shirts.
We'll have our matching shirts. They're funny. They're pretty funny. What does this one say on the back? I can't remember.
This one says, never let anyone treat you like regular glue. You are glitter glue. And the glitter glue part, it's all glitter. It's like holographic. So cute. But not only do you go to these events and you create these events for people, but you also do custom gifts for people. So maybe they're not crafty,
right?
And they're like, I want this, but I don't want to make it.
Yep.
I will make those. And you've done some things with real estate agents for their
closing signs. Yep, I've done some cafe signs, t-shirts. I'm making t-shirts for local restaurants anniversary coming up. And then I'm also making t-shirts for 7 gals who are just going to a concert that just want, some custom shirts done. So, maybe it's not 50 shirts you need, maybe it's just 10. Like it happens sometimes, but it's so nice to be able to customize it and work with someone and come up with your design and not have to pay for shipping because it's local. So that's always super nice too, to be able to have that as an availability. But just to have the full on custom range available and someone to actually talk to is really nice too.
And I've heard the experience of the design process. So you talk to the person and then you go home and you make your design and then you just like text it over to them, messenger it to them, or like
they
send
say
it to
I like,
them.
I don't
like. Do I
like.
like it? I like this, or I like that, or oh, I don't really care for that font. You fix it, send it back. It's not like a hard process at all. So you really get to be part of the design and it's created for you.
Yes.
And then you create this cool thing. Either there's your shirt or a piece of artwork or a bench to sit on, like,
Yep. Or anything. And they just get to have it and it's useful and it's quality. It's fun. It's nice. It's handmade.
And that homemade stuff is like my favorite things around the house,
Yeah.
The homemade stuff.
Things that mean something.
Mm-hmm.
Mean something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Is there's just a deeper meaning in the gift you're giving instead of, hey, look what I picked up for you at the local hardware store or Sears or whatever, right? Here's your gift card. It just shows that, oh, you actually put thought into this and you ordered it or you handmade it or
you thought of them
thought
when
of me.
creating the gift process. It wasn't like an afterthought. Oh crap, I gotta get you a gift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that.
And even at these crafting like the craft shows that I go to, the stuff we display, it's really more of a display, and you can order your custom. You can buy stuff there too, but a lot of people will order the customs based off what they've seen. They'll see a wine caddy and order it as wedding gift.
Cool. I didn't even think of that piece. So you can come to the show just to see all the stuff in person.
Yep.
So that you can, if you're not super visual, you can be like, oh, that's what she's talking about.
That's what it is. And then we take orders right there at the show. You can place your order and we get it to you. So it is at the beginning of December. So if you place your order at the show, you'll have it by Christmas.
Oh, perfect.
Do you have a limited number of orders you can fill?
There will be on certain items. There will be, the more complex items, or we'll have our charcuterie boards back out to be ordered for Christmas time.
Those are amazing,
so
guys.
Awesome.
Because they take 3 months to cure. And so there's going to be a limit on those because there's only going to be so many
that are ready.
Yeah. And I've also been requested by people to make them smaller so that they can have multiple versions. So they can have their big one and a small one to go with.
So we don't have
I agree.
So we can
choose to have a small one because you don't always need the big, one out there. Maybe you're just making a small little cheese board, or maybe you just want to put one little cheese spread out on it or something. And that's what they said. And I was like, oh, gosh, for me, I was like, go big or go home. But no, I guess you can go small too.
Well, we want to keep doing them, right? Now we've had the big one. We want the little ones too, like to go with the big one.
And now we'd like a lazy Susan. Make it spin. Make it spin.
The next one's spinning. I love it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
They're growing.
But we'll have those there so they can order those too. And those are so much fun. And again, customizable. If you've got a design and you're like, hey, I want this, you show it to me on your phone. I mean, I can or I can't. I'll be honest, and make the design, but I haven't come across something I can't do yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Always up for a challenge.
Always up for a challenge. I'll do
it.
some research.
I love
I'll get
it.
back
I love
to you.
that, right? And then you're finding joy in that process too, because I know you like the research and the creating it and doing that part too. And
it's fun.
Sometimes is the scary part of a project, right? Like for someone that doesn't know,
but I'm like,
that's cool, but I guess I have to pay someone for that.
Well, the vertical chessboard was like that because if you go to Meatheads in Lake Stevens, they have this vertical chessboard on the wall. And they said, hey, can you make this vertical chessboard like the people in my class? And I was like, yes, I can. And I came home and found some videos.
I heard that. Sure.
Just give me a couple months. I'm right on top of that, Rose. So, I just figured it out.
I like that you're just like, yes, we will figure it out.
We will.
Right? Like, so I don't know how the second, but we can make it.
Someone clearly made it. That's my thought. I'm looking at the wall going, I mean, someone made this. Looks like it's made out of wood. Okay. I can do this.
I can figure this out.
Figure it out. Yeah. So, and then we started doing custom cards now too. So that's kind of fun because we've got the crafty cards.
Yeah.
And now I had an order to just make this custom design so she could pass them out to everybody. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. So I just made all these cards and set them out, and it's kind of fun. Like the cards are fun. They plant flowers, remember?
Yeah, that would be cool for like back to school cards or
Christmas
cards. Like you could order them now and they could be custom.
I'm trying to work with this local landscaper. I'm like, you want these. You want these for your Christmas cards.
That's perfect.
Right.
Or
gardeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of neat. And you don't lose the card when you plant it because you peel off the seed paper and you still have the card in the background. So you don't actually lose the card. So that's really nice.
That is really nice. And so then you see the card and then you think of your seeds and then you get to watch your seeds grow.
Yeah. And they're wildflowers. So they come back every year if you water them.
And then it reminds you of
they're wildflowers.
They're wildflowers.
So they're not even like one-time flowers.
No, they're all the time flowers.
They're all the time flowers. I could do this.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, anything. I mean, it's crazy the range of everything that's been going. We even started Cricut lessons for people who they'll ask me in class, "You're using a Cricut?" I'm like, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You can do this too." And they're like, "No, I can't." I was like, "Sure, you can." So I've got lessons coming up where you can do them privately one-on-one, or there's group lessons where I'm teaching them to like all make a t-shirt together, and then in the end they all have a shirt of what they made or different things. But it's interesting, and it gives them a little empowerment that they too can do this. Like, you can do this, you can make these things. And I'm happy to teach you how to do it, because it's not a secret. Like I said, if someone asks me, "Hey, can you do this?" I go to the internet, I figure it out, I find a way. You know, someone did it. So if you really want to do it, you can do it. And I'm happy to share it. It's not secret, you know, like
yes, information's not a secret.
It is not a secret. I'm happy to share it.
That's great.
Yeah. And your skills.
Yep. That's it.
Your heart. Oh, we love having you as part of our community. And we also feel like as a community, it is our job as entrepreneurs to be giving back. This quarter's cause of the quarter is the Tears Foundation, a cause near and dear to my heart. 1 in 3 women, I don't want to say suffer from, but
have experienced
gone through child
or
and infant loss and infertility. And the Tears Foundation helps families with final expenses, things like that, when these things happen. And so they're having a auction in October, so I will be collecting some goodies for auctioning baskets and things up until then for the auction. And yeah, I'm just really excited to have this as our cause of the quarter. And Leslie Rochelle is donating a portion of her book profits to the Tears Foundation, and those links will also be in the description and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So buy her book from her website.
Yes. And use that link, please.
Yes.
And it's Silent Grief, Healing, and Hope is the name of the book, and it's amazing. And I'm sure you guys will enjoy it or have somebody to share it with.
And you can catch that as the last episode of season 3. We interviewed Leslie, and she shared all of that information about her book.
Yeah, and made that offer. So thank you, Leslie, for that.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I always love coming on your show. You guys are so much fun to sit and chat with.
Thank you for inviting us to your backyard.
Oh, it's absolutely. Lovely. Anytime, even if we're not on air.
Okay. Well, I have to say, your husband really was like adamant that we come into a podcast in your backyard.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
He didn't
must
tell
have
me.
said it like 5 or 6 times to me. Here. So I was
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
So shout out to Robin. We love you.
Thanks, honey.
He's always supporting you.
He is. He really is.
So is your husband.
Always.
Great guys.
Yes, we have great guys in our life.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us on today's podcast. And we love you all, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.
Namaste. Mwah.